Welcome back to another Classic Plus video. This is going to be part 2. Part 1 will be in the description as well as the pinned comments if you want to check that one out as well. We're going to jump right into it and finish up the second half of this survey. First one is revamping or adding flight paths, boats, or zeppelins to Azeroth, making it easier to travel around the world. Yes, this is a kind of no-brainer one. I mean, I'm sure some people will disagree. Having more flight paths just makes it ease of access to get to dungeons, get to certain places around the world. Yeah. Add this one. Adjusting items to stack in bags, making it easier to manage your inventory. That's a yes from me. I mean, I know some people will disagree with that. I don't want to play item manager half of the time I'm in a raid because I brought too many consumables because I'm prepared and I want to raid for a couple hours. Oh, I can't accept this piece of loot because now I got to delete something out of my bags. Like, it's just not fun, especially if you're a warrior, you have multiple item sets. If you're a class that has buffs, you have a reagent that only stacks to 20 when it could stack to 100 or something more reasonable. Either add this into the game or give us bigger bags. Introducing in-game resources to help players find the right guild for them. I think this could be very good for the game if it's introduced correctly. Having players fill out some sort of questions and saying, hey, I'm a healer, I can raid these days, and then you could filter through all the guilds that are looking for applications on those days or that role specifically. It would help people find a guild that works around their time and maybe add in some additional questions like, hey, I just want to clear the raids, or hey, I have experience and I really want to try hard. Make it to where people are playing with like-minded players and they're going to have more fun. If you're trying to find some try-hard players and you end up pulling in some more casual guys that don't really care to take the game as serious as you, that's not their fault, right? It's about surrounding yourself with people that share the same goals, and you're going to have way more fun that way. Adding guild banks to Classic, yes, this is a no-brainer. Reducing the mana cost and increasing the duration of group buffs, yes, this is another one that I think that just should be added. It's a quality of life thing. I don't think anybody enjoys buffing for 10 minutes just to pull the next pack of trash. Adding fly mounts to Classic, no, absolutely not. Adding summoning stones to dungeons, raids, entrances, this one would just need to be pulled. I would have to say yes. I would love to see the summoning stones work. This takes away from the warlocks, but most of the warlocks I've talked to would love to see this added into the game. So I don't think that they care if their class identity is like stripped away from them. So I don't know. Maybe some warlocks really care about, oh, hey, I can summon people. I can sell summoning services. I mean, you can still do that. There's not going to be summoning stones all over the world. So there's still a purpose for them for world bosses and stuff like that too, right? So having a warlock is still going to be crucial for certain things. Adding the Chronoboon to store world buffs, yep, there's nothing wrong with that. Add that to the game. Increasing the size of your quest log, sure, but don't go crazy. Just give us like 5 more spots or 10. If you add like an infinite quest log, you're never going to be able to track what you're actually doing. Adding the customizable HUD from later expansions so players can customize their HUD without requiring add-ons. I would have to say yes to this. It's just a personal preference thing. I don't think it really takes away anything from the game to other players. And the whole requiring add-ons thing is a bit ridiculous. I'm not going to go fully into it, but for example, for the longest time on Classic Era, you needed an add-on to be able to see enemy cast bars. It was called Classic Cast Bars, and if you didn't have that, you didn't see cast bars at all. Stuff like that should just be in the game off the rip. There shouldn't be a necessity to have add-ons for every little thing inside of the game. Introducing a way to help players find group elite quests. I say yes because sometimes it can be very cumbersome to form groups for elite quests. For example, on Deviant Delight recently, I was leveling my warrior and I was trying to find a group for the Hinterlands elite quests. I was spamming in general chat, looking for group chat, world chat, and I only had one warrior whisper me. Sure enough, later on, a group flies in from Undercity. I asked them, I was like, where are you guys from? Oh, they came from Undercity. And so they didn't see my message because they weren't looking at the LFG bulletin add-on. So just add it, right? It makes it way harder than it needs to be. Mail delivery between players is instant. Maybe not every single player, but only within your specific BattleNet account, I think is perfectly fine. It's really fun talking about Classic Plus and just entertaining the idea of a Classic Plus scenario. There's so many avenues and so much unfinished content that Blizzard could elaborate on and complete. So many people would just be happy with that alone. Maybe the next video I'll work on in this kind of series about Classic Plus, we'll talk more about just unfinished content and just ideas that could potentially be some really, really cool things to be added into the game. As always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more. Comment down below what you thought of the video. And as always, I will see you in the next one.